So the first comment that I'll be getting is why I don't have glasses. The green screen is going to be screwing up my glasses. I can't get new glasses, so I can screw this green screen up. So definitely that's why I don't have glasses. So I know people aren't going to complain much, but I've kind of looked a little bit weird, my personal opinion. But that's why I don't have glasses. So yeah. So let's talk about Marvel Civil War. Besides my glasses. Glasses. So we are here at the momentous Civil War. I've been waiting for this for like 3 years now. Can't believe it's finally here. I got goosebumps when I was walking through the theater. I was like, damn, I am finally here. Everything's gonna collide. I can't believe Russo brothers are amazing. Captain America's amazing. Bucky is amazing. I'm like, oh my god. And then I saw the movie and I was like, whoa, this movie is good. Like, it's really good. I love this movie, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, this movie is better than Winter Soldier. That's how good it is. I remember when I saw Winter Soldier, and it was this movie that was just momentous in every occasion. It was like a different Captain America than we ever saw before. I read the comics. I learned that Captain America is this normal dude, but like in these aspects, it's just he is a super soldier, and they show it, and that's what made me like Captain America. Winter Soldier. But like when we get to Civil War, it's a different situation. We got certain aspects that we haven't seen before. It took me about 20 or 10, 15 minutes to relax and get into the movie of Captain America Winter Soldier. It took me a while to be like, yeah, this is the best movie ever. It was like, oh, I don't know, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good as the first one, but no, it was amazing. This movie took about 5 minutes, and I was like, this movie awesome. I'm not gonna hate this movie ever in my life. I'm not gonna hedge because I was a bit like, because when you see exposition in the movie, you're like, okay, it was a bit confusing. Maybe it's in the comics, maybe it isn't. I'm not a Marvel fan, so I'm not sure. But then, right when that finishes, it's like Marvel banner. We're in the movie right now. We are in Civil War. And really, you know the concept of Civil War. If you don't, let me spell it out for you. First of all, we got Captain America's side, Tony Stark's side. Of course, something goes horribly wrong. Issues happen, and they all awry. And after, Colonel Ross, head, the dude from the Hulk movies from before. Yeah, that guy comes in. He's like, yo, you guys been effing up lately. You guys been screwing around, destroying buildings. Tony Stark gets confrontations from other people. You've been destroying buildings and people and lives and worlds and societies and countries and all that garbage, and you need to be in check. You need someone to put you in check. And therefore we have created the Sokovia Accords, which coordinate what you have to do and what you have to be, and according to the government. Of course there's going to be some conflict. You got Captain America's like, he's like, nah man, you need freedom and you need this, especially to be this Avenger, and you need to be private. And we got Tony Stark's side, who has been effing up a lot in his movies, and he's like, we need to be calming down. I mean, we need to be in check. And really, this movie conflicts you. I've never been in this movie. I'm always on Cap's side. That's my side. But then when I saw the movie, I'm like, should I be on Tony's side? It's so hard to balance this side differentiation, and that's what I love about this movie. You kind of have the yes situation. You're like, yeah, you're right. I mean, and then after this guy makes a valid point, you're like, you're right too. Oh, and who's right? It's like you can't say who's right, and the movie surprises you at every single level. I wasn't like. I was trying not to blink at this. That's all good because every frame didn't matter, and there's so much going on in this movie. Not in a bad way, in a good way. That I really want to see it the second time to see what is actually happening. And of course, there's characters development and all these. I mean, really, the main character that I was a bit worried about, and these are like minor characters, so I'll spell them out for you. But you got all the characters introduced, like Hawkeye, Captain America, Iron Man, all these characters, but we don't have like Scarlet Witch. Though I like her as a character in Age of Ultron, I was a bit hesitant, like, what else can you do? And she played a phenomenal role. I thought she was really good in this role. And then we got Black Panther. Listen, was a bit skeptical on him. I didn't like I liked the character of him. I just didn't know how he's going to translate the screen. I didn't know what was going to happen, and my brother is a huge fan. So when he said, like, Black Panther's going to be Civil War, I was like, okay, let's see what he got, and he surprised me. I mean, I'm really hesitant on this guy, but this guy was amazing for the role he did and how they exposed him. They weren't like, oh, let's do a slow explanation. They're like, yeah, that's Black Panther, so he's the king of Wakanda. That's where his story's at. And I'm like, that's a really good explanation. And we got the biggest one, the favorite Marvel character I've been dreaming about. Spider-Man is in this movie. You know the deal that went out with Sony? This guy's in the movie. One word for this guy. He's amazing. He's not amazing Spider-Man though, but he is amazing. This guy, you can't expect this guy not to be good. This guy was amazing. He was a teenager. He was this guy from Queens. He did everything that you expect Spider-Man to do, and every time he would crack a joke, he's like mini Deadpool. He's like funny, but PG-13 funny, and I never thought I'd be laughing this hard in a movie theater, and it's gut bursting laughing. I mean, it's not like, ha, that's funny. No, it's funny. And I love how these characters are talking to each other like characters. These guys are just guys and girls. They're just hanging out. These guys are Avengers, and they know one of each other and their powers. And it's the jokes in this movie and the comedy does play out. They're not just like here, and I'm like, that's good. There were parts in the movie that made me feel like that. But comedy was there. It was just there. It wasn't like put in there. It was just flowing through the movie, and I really like how they did that. They're getting better at their comedy. Now, Marvel Civil War has this high expectation because they've made a lot of movies before, and this is no exception to the best movies of the list. And the Russo brothers have done a great job with the action. The action is just as good as Captain America, the Winter Soldier. It's fluid combat is. You can see it's none of the shaky cam. Everything looks so realistic. I was jaw dropping. I was like, oh my god. I mean, you know the scene. I'm not gonna spoil it, but the scene, the airport scene in Germany. That scene was phenomenal. It just went out for straight 20 minutes. I was like, that just happened. I was about to cry. It was so amazing to see it, and the fact that these Avengers are amazing together, and this experience that I feel bad for Batman v Superman now, because that was my favorite. That was like a really good movie. This just did it just way better. Yeah, Batman v Superman, really good. It was good. But, like, oh my god. It was good. Now, as everything has a pro, there's always cons. And this movie has some cons. Now, I'm not going to get nitpicky, but the fact that this movie addresses a lot of situations, and some of these situations fall a little flat. Just a bit. I always wonder, like, oh my god, this is good. But then I'm like, where's the other side? You know, the vice versa part. It's like, they're not playing devil's advocate. You're thinking that this is bad, but you're never bringing up the good, because there's some good in this movie. It's just that it's not contrasting itself well. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not contrasting itself well. And if they had done that, this movie would have been a bit better. These are minor gripes, of course. And then the second part, I think, it's also a minor part. It's the villain in this movie. Listen, I didn't think there would be a villain in this movie, and I saw a bunch of reviews, and they're like, oh, there's a villain in the movie, and there's no spoilers. There is an underlying villain in this movie. It's not Cap and Iron Man, but there is a villain in this movie, and I feel like this villain, he's good. Like, the actor who plays the villain is amazing, and I like how they played him, and it's amazing, but I feel like this villain didn't have much to him. It's just like at the very end, it's like, here, there's some exposition. Yeah, that's just the villain, and then done. And I'm like, okay, that was cool. I mean, I like how they played him, and I like how they used him in certain parts, but sometimes it was just like, yeah, here we go. But it's really hard to tell you all of this because the spoilers are everything, and it's really hard to tell you every single plot point in this movie, because this movie has phenomenal acting, phenomenal action scenes, phenomenal premise. I mean, the idea of Civil War, but keep in mind, I'm not trying to drag this movie down, It's just that this is a Captain America movie. Keep this in mind. It's Captain America, so not Civil War. And I think this is what people like. It's not a bad thing. It's just that don't expect this to be the Civil War movie where everyone's a Civil War, or don't be worried that this will be a Civil War movie. The Civil War is an aspect of the movie that really brings the movie into it. But Captain America is the star of this movie. Captain America and Bucky, these characters are the star of these movies, and they put them in the forefront. And these are the people that start the Civil War and create this atmosphere for Civil War. This is the minor grace that many people have, but I feel like this plays in their favor. So definitely, I think that this movie deserves a good rating. Rotten Tomatoes is blowing up like crazy for this movie. And I think this movie will easily top $200 to $300 million in their first weekend. So definitely watch this movie out if you can. And if you can't, I'm sorry for you guys. I really do. This is a momentous occasion. In 2016, we're getting Civil War, which people never thought would happen, and yet it's happening. Final verdict, I give this a 5 out of 5. This is my first 5 out of 5. I never gave any movie or show 5 out of 5 before, and this is my first 5 out of 5. And I'm glad I'm giving it because this movie is amazing. Go check it out. I know a lot of reviewers have given this movie a long time ago, so this review is kind of pointless. I mean, I don't want to drag it up. It is a bit pointless. But I really wanted to watch this movie and review it for you, the people. So definitely watch the show. Agent Carter. Really? No, I'm just joking. Just watch the movie, enjoy the movie and its glory, and just sit back and relax and watch this movie because this 5 out of 5 is a 5 out of 5. It's now people might say it's not good as Avengers, not good. I think, in my personal opinion, it is a bit better than the Avengers because they have a lot of arcs and a lot of story that fits so well. Even characters like Black Panther and Spider-Man, Black Panther, these are characters I don't even know. And yet, I'm so invested in these characters. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm down for a Black Panther solo movie. These are things that I think a Civil War will be good at, and I'm glad this movie came out. Anyway, guys, watch this movie and enjoy this movie's premise because it is amazing. Anyways, take some cheese, slice it up, then watch Civil War. And by the way, I don't want to end this up quickly, but what side are you guys on? Captain America or Iron Man? Captain America is my side, of course. I love me some Cap. Hey, everyone has personal differences. So, Cap or Iron Man, either one. Anyway, guys, take care. Take some cheese, listen out, because I'm out.